Hello, and thank you for listening to my podcast. In the novel The Dream of the Red Chamber, mirrors and dreams play a significant role in blurring the boundaries between reality and illusion, calling into question a human's ability to make a clear distinction of the two. Both mirrors and dreams are a means of discussing events from the past. In doing so, mirrors and dreams also help to reinforce the overarching theme of the novel, which is that human life is ephemeral and just as fleeting as a dream. Ultimately, both dreams and mirrors tie Jia Baoyu back to his life as a stone and his intertwined destiny with a crimson pearl flower. The fact that an alternative title considered for the novel was The Mirror for the Romantic further exemplifies the importance of mirrors. Cao Shichen's novel contained three specific Taoist influences which all contribute to creating the overarching theme of the novel. Firstly, Cao Shichen's novel draws heavily from Quanzhen Taoism. The central tenet to Quanzhen Taoism is the purging of sexual desires from religious life. Quanzhen masters such as Wang Zhe believe that sexual attraction is fatal. Wang Zhe once urged a couple in love to separate by enlightening them on the hindrance of sexual love. The theme where sexual attraction leads to ruin is pervasive within the novel, and there are many instances where characters suffer as a result of sexual desire. Prior to the creation of the novel, the mirror was established as an essential instrument of Taoist priests, and it was thought that the mirror could aid in the warding away of demonic spirits. Thus, from a Taoist context, the mirror takes on certain spiritual or mythical qualities. The concept of life being nothing more than a dream also derives from Taoist principles. The famous Taoist priest Zhuangzi grapples with what constitutes as reality in his famous butterfly dream. In his dream, Zhuangzi dreams that he was a butterfly. When he woke, Zhuangzi was unable to determine whether it was he who dreamed himself to be a butterfly, or whether that the butterfly was dreaming to be him. Therefore, Zhuangzi's dream questions the very fabric of reality. What is to say that delusions aren't real, and that our perceived realities are merely an illusion? Cao Shichen utilizes the mirror to confuse the sense of what is reality and what is an illusion. For example, in chapter 12 of the novel, a Taoist priest gives Jia Rui a mirror to dispel his illness. However, the mirror only serves to confuse his own sense of reality, as he becomes enamored with the woman in the mirror, giving in to his sexual desires, thus leading to his demise. For this example, Cao Shichen draws on a central tenet of the Quanzhen Taoist school of thought, as well as the Taoist aspect of the mirror to depict the ephemerality of human life. Similarly, Cao Shichen draws on the spiritual aspect of the mirror in chapter 56 of the novel. In this passage, Cao Shichen highlights the mirror in Baoyu's apartment by utilizing Grandmother Jia as a vessel for channeling Taoist influence. After Baoyu wakes from his dream, Musk, a maidservant, recalls Grandmother Jia's words, saying that mirrors can confuse the souls of young people, causing bad dreams. The following is taken from a passage in the novel. She says that when you're young, your soul isn't fully formed yet, and if you're reflected in mirrors too often, it can give your soul a shock, which causes you to have bad dreams. Fancy putting your bed right in front of the great mirror. You must have been looking at yourself in it before you dropped off to sleep. That would be a sure way of bringing on a bad dream, and it would explain why you were calling your own name out in your sleep. Thus, once again, the mirror takes on a spiritual quality and functions as a trigger for Jia Baoyu's dream, transporting him to the Jin family garden, a family rivaling the Jia family in both wealth and prestige, the heir of which is named Jin Baoyu. The significance of Jia Baoyu's dream lies in the emphasis placed on equal opposites. Firstly, Jia and Jin are homophones for fake and real respectively. Thus, in name, Jia Baoyu and Jin Baoyu are the same, but opposite. This creates the effect of blurring the real and the fake. In the dream, the maidservants refuse to address Jia Baoyu as Baoyu, but rather choose to address him simply as boy. While it may only appear that the maidservants were acting churlishly, from the perspective of the maidservants in a dream, there is only one Baoyu. Consequently, the disoriented Jia Baoyu loses himself in the world of his own dream. In other words, he was not himself within his own dream. Jia Baoyu's sense of disorientation was further accentuated when Aroma asks, "Where is Baoyu?" after Jia Baoyu cries out, come back Baoyu," in his sleep. Aroma's question forces the reader to consider whether Baoyu was in the dream or in bed sleeping. Finally, the fact that Jin Baoyu was in the dream and Jia Baoyu was apparently in the real world forces us to reconsider what is real and fake. This question only grows all the more complicated when we consider that both Baoyus are two sides of the same coin and can be seen as mirrored reflections of one another. In Jia Baoyu's dream, Zhen Baoyu recounts his dream of visiting Jia Baoyu only to find a sleeping husk, as Jia Baoyu's soul has already traveled to Zhen's garden to visit him. The following is taken from a passage within the novel. I heard grandmother say that there is another Baoyu in the capital who is exactly like me, but I didn't believe her. I've just been having a dream in which I went into a large garden and met some girls there who called me a nasty creature and wouldn't have anything to do with me. I managed to find this Baoyu's room, but he was asleep. What I saw was only an empty shell lying there on the bed. Consequently, this also forces us to question whether the story of Jia Baoyu itself was an illusion, paralleling Zhuangzi's dream of the butterfly. The notion of equal, but opposite, is further accentuated when we consider Jia Baoyu standing within the garden. In his waking world, Jia Baoyu is the center of the garden. However, in the dream world, he is an outsider looking in. While physically, both Baoyus look the same, their roles within the garden is reversed. In the dream, Jia Baoyu manifests as the visitor, whereas the Baoyu of the dream garden manifests as the master of the garden. Thus, despite being physical equals, they are also opposites from a positional standpoint, very much like looking into the reflection of a mirror. Mirrors and dreams within the novel work in tandem to not only engross the reader with the plotline, but also to perplex the reader's ability to distinguish what is real and what is an illusion. Just like how Baoyu's dream may seem real, and yet not real, the feelings that we as readers derive from the novel are real. However, the fact remains that our feelings as readers are born from a literary work of fiction. Thus, to the audience, and to you, I would like to ask the following. What is real?